Jean-Sébastien Légaré en compagnie de Bryson DeChambeau. Bryson DeChambeau qui a remporté le championnat amateur et tournée professionnelle à sa carte sur le circuit PGA Tour. Bryson, up in Canada, we want to know more about Bryson. There's two buzz around you, single plane motion, single length, the golf club. How it all start?
Yeah, I mean, this was back in 2011 with my coach. We essentially were trying to figure out a better way to play the game, and I was swinging in a certain way that allowed me to understand that every single time I'm changing clubs, I'm changing posture and lie angle. And so from that understanding, I said, well, why couldn't all the clubs be the same length? And once we asked that question, he was like, that's a very easy one to ask, a very difficult one to answer. Yeah. So it took us on a 3-week journey to build these irons. And we came up with the conclusion that it actually does work. So through that process, we went out on the first hole at our golf course back in Madera, California, and hit an 8-iron from 160. It flew 160, so it was close to 7-iron length. We were like, okay, that's pretty good. I mean, it wasn't going 170, so that's very promising. Went to number 2, had 200 yards in, hit a 5-iron. This is going to be the kicker. This is going to tell us whether it works or not. And hit that 5-iron, flew, and kept flying, landed 200 yards right next to the pin. I looked over at my coach and I said, this could change the game. And so from then on out, it's been a journey to try and show this to the world and show how good this system is and how much more beneficial it's going to be for every single golfer out there in the world.
I think there's a book who influenced you, The Golfing Machine.
The Golfing Machine. Yeah.
Would you say that you became the golf scientist before or after you read the book?
Oh, so I think there was always a knack for understanding the world, but a golf scientist for sure after I started reading The Golfing Machine. It's definitely helped me understand motion, how to make different motions with different variations and different components in the golf swing. Long story short, it's allowed me to understand my golf game at a better level.
And single plane motion is not for everybody.
No.
For which body type would be?
Well, you know, that's a very interesting question. It's a long answer to that, but if you really want to, you can. By the way, if you really want to, you can make a single plane swing. I think it's a little bit easier because you're able to see where it's getting off plane pretty easy. But it doesn't have to be with the 1-length irons. You don't have to swing on a single plane. You can do anything you want. That's the beauty of it. The actual integrity of the club makes you perform better.
So how it was working with the engineers at Cobra? Did you give your input or?
Yeah, it was input back and forth between both of us. We were talking about different equations that made things work and why there are certain things the way they were in the head and how it had to be for certain reasons and USGA, all that stuff. So it was a great conversation, a great experimentation and trial period for us, and for them to produce a head in almost just a month. For me talking to them is incredible. They catted up an iron head in a month and was able to start producing it that next month. And to get me clubs that quick, never would have thought that would have been possible.
We were noticing Bryson last year and before last year when he won actually both tournaments. And when he came to visit us in February of 2016, we were already thinking 1 length for one of our other clubs. But the fact that he brought it to us and taught us more stuff, and his coach, Mike Shai, came over and we talked over more things, we developed 2 lines instead of just 1. We made a game improvement line and the better player line. Actually, these are the same irons that Bryson is using in his bag. So people have done it. 20 years ago, there was a manufacturer that tried to make 1 length. Back then, you couldn't manage the internal weighting and internal CGs to make sure it was still easy to hit. So today, with all our different construction technologies and our way to be able to use tungsten weighting to be able to get the weights properly done, we're able to do it in a clean way so it doesn't interfere with what the golfer sees in their bag.
You used to give names to your club. Now you have new clubs in your bag.
Yeah,
Did you give new names?
I'm going to keep giving them names. So the next iron set that I have, they're not going to have numbers on it. They're going to have names.
That's cool. Thanks for your time and have a great season.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.